practice headstands, but I'm afraid they're not safe for my neck. As an arm balance and inversions teacher, I hear this at least 3 times a week. So let's talk about how do we practice headstand in a way that makes it safe for your neck. We have a common misconception that your entire body weight is resting on your neck in a headstand. It's not. First of all, we have 7 different headstands, and each of them distributes a different amount of weight into your head. So if you have a fear around putting weight on your neck, there are certain headstands that are going to make more sense for you to start with than others. So bound headstand with both forearms on the ground is going to make it so there's almost no weight at all in your head. The weight is going to be distributed about 70% into your arms and very little onto your head. Any headstand that has your hands away from your head, anything like tripod headstand, is going to put a considerable amount of weight on your neck, and your body is still capable of holding that weight when you prepare your shoulders properly, you prepare your neck properly. Did you know that a neck warm-up before doing a headstand is a really good idea? And when you understand joint stacking properly. So this is a piece that a lot of people miss. The part of your head that goes on the floor counts. It makes a difference. We always hear, put the crown of your head on the floor. Do you have any idea where the hell the crown of your head is? Somewhere in this general direction, right? So make an L with your fingers and put your thumb in between your eyebrows and let your index finger extend towards the crown of your head. Where your index finger lands is going to be the crown of your head for our headstanding purposes. If you put your forehead on the floor, naturally your head is going to be cranked backwards, and then you're going to tell me, Nat, that doesn't feel safe on my neck. No shit, Sherlock. We don't want to do that. Same thing if you put too far back on the floor, it's going to crank your neck in this direction, right? We want to think of the weight coming straight down your spine. So the part of your head, the base that you put on the floor matters. So make sure you measure it out like that. Second of all, we do not jump into headstand. If you have set up your headstand properly, I'm not going to teach you how to do a headstand in this video. If you want to learn how to do a headstand, all of the other inversions and arm balances, this is exactly what I teach inside my program, Yogi Flight School. In the description below, you'll find a link to the course where you can check it out. But what I do want to tell you is if you are set up properly, meaning you are doing the correct actions in the shoulders, you have the correct part of your head on the floor, and you are stacking your bones, you should not have to ever kick up into a headstand. When we kick is when we run the risk of injury, because you can't control how you fall when you kick erratically. We learn to lift into the headstand with control, and we also learn how to fall out of a headstand. Falling out of a headstand or any inversion is equally as important as learning how to balance it. Because without having an exit strategy, your fear is going to prevent you from actually balancing it, because you're going to be like, oh my God, what if I fall? So you get to know how to fall. But flailing your legs up into a headstand indeed might cause injury. Instead, we look to get our body compressed as tightly as possible, and then we use levers to get up. Notice my top leg pulled my bottom leg off the floor. There's a lot of mechanical pieces that go into this that I'm not going to cover in this video, but what I want you to see is the difference between lifting with control and kicking. Lifting with control requires a proper warm-up so you know exactly how to engage the muscles that you need to engage. It also requires you to possibly use props so you can elongate certain parts of your body that might be preventing you from doing that safely. But in and of itself, the headstand is not dangerous. It's how you approach it that makes it less dangerous or more dangerous. Your shoulders are going to be taking the brunt of the weight. And for any headstands where your shoulders are not taking the weight, something like this, for instance, you would only practice a headstand like this once you've understood the mechanics of how they work and how to distribute your weight through your arms and through your neck evenly. I will also say that taking some time to decompress your spine After headstand practice, dangling down, grabbing the back of your neck is gonna be a really good way to also stay out of neck pain. The most common thing we experience after practicing headstand for the first few times is neck tension. That is muscle tension because you're using muscles in a way you haven't used them before. That usually passes after 2 or 3 days. But if you practice your headstands safely, you understand how to warm up your body, how to stack your joints, what part of your head goes on the floor, and how to get up without flailing, you're home free. And if you want some help with that, check out the link in the description below. I would love to support you. This is what I do all day, every day inside Yogi Flight School. Help people like you unlock their arm balances and inversions with the body that you have right now without fear of hurting yourself. Because truly, you don't have to hurt yourself. And the freedom and the joy that you get on the other side is freaking epic. See you in the next video.